Hi, happy Friday. My name is Carmel Seery, and I help business owners understand their numbers so they can make better business decisions. I'm a management accountant. So I specialize in understanding numbers, how to read the numbers out in your accounts and how to bring those to life in your business. So that as a business owner, you can make a better business decision and support those ideas that you want to put in place. Um, I love reading my clients' numbers. I read it like a story and I get to know their business through those numbers. When I report them back to them, there's generally speaking, there's three different layers we go through. The first layer of information is often information that they already know, are not sure about, but they have a good idea of how sales are doing, how expenses are going, and where the money is going. So they have a general idea of what is going on. The next layer of information that I provide is information that they were not sure of. They didn't know, and they're not wholly surprised about it, but it's new information to them. And the next then level is the third level would be information that is surprising to them. And this is where kind of the magic happens, if you like, where this information will help guide them on a business decision that they're making, and really support them. And that's what the numbers are. And that's, as a management accountant, that's what I do. So a lot of the time we see numbers as a means for taxation purposes and for keeping ourselves compliant with the law. And that obviously is very important. Wouldn't suggest anyone does anything less than that. But there is a lot of information in your numbers that can be used to help support you when you're running, particularly if you're a solopreneur and you don't have that support system around you that others in a team, if working in a team, might have. The numbers have that. They'll show you exactly what went right and what has gone wrong in your business. So this is something that I want to kind of bring to you, and help share with you, and to bring people along, because a lot of the time when I talk and tell people I'm an accountant, I get a very gut reaction, and it's generally not great. But and they think I'm a nerd because I love the numbers, and that's okay. I might be. That's fine. But it's often there is a place because of tax and the government and rules and regulations and fear, and the issue of money and money mindset becomes into all this. All that gets um blurs the actual power that are in the numbers, and understanding how you did last year can hugely affect how you did this year, because the mistakes that you made, and we all make mistakes, in fact that's how we learn. The mistakes that were made last year, when we analyze and review our numbers, we won't make them again, or certainly we'll make different choices. And all this hit and miss of social media and out there, and what works with customers and what doesn't work with customers, can all have a foundation in the numbers, because they'll show you what's working, where the overspend is, all of that information. And too often I see people ignoring that information, and trying to make decisions with no supporting evidence, which is really hard. I mean, even with the supporting evidence, we still have to make decisions. But at least we know we have a layer of information and protection around us once we utilize the numbers we have. Now, the one thing I will say that does surprise me, and often this has got nothing to do with size of a business. I've gone into 10 person offices, or one man shows completely, and there is a tendency not to have your systems and processes in place. And this is something that I find It surprises me because often if we don't have good foundations, the output is not going to be good. So therefore, if the output is not good, then the information that that output is giving you won't be good. So a lot of the time when I do work with clients at first, I spend quite a bit of time sorting out their systems and getting those working for them. And through that, then they can see the buildup of the information and how it's working and how they can see it as they're processing, and they will start to understand their numbers. So what I have for you is, so I would love to hear if this is something that resonates with you. Is this something that you went through and now are through the other side of it, and what benefits that has given to you? Or if this is music to your ears, please leave a comment. And I'd love to share that with you. I do have, if you're starting out and this is all gobbledygook for you because you've got no history and you've got no information from last year, don't worry, I have you covered, because in my link, I have a bookkeeping made easy course that you should download. There's a few templates, there's a couple of videos there that just shows you how to get started without having to break the bank. But it starts that process of weekly accounting, bookkeeping, and keeping yourself up to date. And then the added bonus is that you can just hand that over to your accountant at the end of the year. Job done. So I would love to hear your story, what you liked about this video, what resonated, what didn't. I'm going to make these a regular Finance Friday is popping into my head. So it'll be Finance Friday. And I'd love to have these calls, conversations and chatting. So do let me know what your thoughts are, and I hope to speak to you all soon. Bye for now.